What's up, you guys? How you doing today? So in today's video, we're basically going to be getting progressively deeper and deeper into the better builds for you guys as like you are newer to the game and all that sort of stuff. However, we do have the top 5 best for mid to new game, and you guys are going to find a lot of these interesting. We'll walk through the builds and kind of what you really need to know as to how you're supposed to be playing them and stuff. And as far as the builds goes, they're all zero forma builds, so you guys don't have to worry about that. The only thing you'll have to get a hold of is either reactors or catalysts, which you'd want to be doing anyway. But without further ado, let's get into it. So our number 5 spot is going to be Haro, and as far as Haro goes, you guys are probably not going to find that you're going to be able to get him, right away in the game. You're going to have to complete Haro's quest and all that stuff, and that's why we're starting with him, because he does fit, like, you still can get him if you're speeding through your quests and everything, fairly early in the game. And once you guys complete the star chart, just know there's loads more things to do. You're not even close to done, so I recommend getting the star chart done ASAP, but Haro is going to be a little bit later, and the more enemies, the more Warframes and combos we show you throughout this video, it's going to get, easier. You'll get them sooner and sooner. But we'll start with Haro, and we're going to look at, this is the build that we have here. The one thing I want you guys to note is this Lasting Covenant, which is his, you get it from a syndicate. This is really cool because basically having this on means that when you're using his 4th ability, as long as you're getting kills with it, you're increasing the duration of it, which is great. And we're going to combine him with the new core, which this is what we're going to have here. This is a zero forma new core build. As you guys can see, I have Target Cracker is not leveled, but my Hornet Strike is. You guys, it's probably going to be the opposite way around for you. It'd be easier for you guys to max out Target Cracker and don't worry about maxing out Hornet Strike. So if this is only a level 5 or 6 or whatever you get it to be able to fit a full Target Cracker and everything else in here, that's ideally what you're looking for. But just for the sake of making this video and everything, we're just going to leave it as is. So we're going to come out here with Haro. I'm going to get all my energy and all that stuff. And I already have this ready. So we're going to simulate level 60 enemies. And they're going to be all different kinds so you guys can see how this works. So we're going to jump out here, and I'm going to put my 4th ability on right now. And now, for 6 seconds, I'm going to be taking damage intentionally. I'm invincible while this is happening, regardless of the fact that it's on the Simulacrum. And now once that's done, 6 seconds is up. Headshots. We're just aiming for headshots with all these enemies. You guys can see these are level 60 corrupted heavy gunners, and or at least the big guys that we were killing. Those are going to be your biggest pain in the butt when you guys are trying to get kills and stuff. But really, that's how like crazy this combo is. Like, it's just a great combo for you guys to have. And I don't know if you realize in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you guys can see that my ability is still active because I was like the Lasting Covenant. I kept getting kills with it. So Haro is definitely a great combo with the new core and the builds that you guys see. So the number 4 frame we're looking at is Valkyr, and what's cool about Valkyr is you actually don't need a weapon combo because of her talons over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to build Valkyr this way. This is zero forma on Valkyr. This is what you guys ultimately want to piece together. And get this going. The Eternal Warrior is one of her syndicate mods, which is great. You guys are going to use, even for endgame stuff, you would use this, so this is a good one to have. But definitely grab that, put this build together, and then for the talons, you guys want to put something like this together. This is zero forma on the talons, just has a catalyst attached to it. But ideally, this is the combo that you want for Valkyr. Now, Valkyr is easy, and she's cool, because back to here, what we're building her for, Valkyr, is we're building her for, you see that 175 efficiency? Efficiency always caps at 175. You can never get it higher than that, at least visually on here where it says 175. So that'll cap there. And then we're going to take a look. With all that efficiency, what we're looking at is her Hysteria energy per second is 0.63, which is that's awesome. That is a great for energy drain. That is fantastic. Any frame that has energy drain, ideally your goal is to have it under 1, have it less than 1. So that's what we're looking at right there. All you got to know about Valkyr is you don't really need to use any of her her 1 ability is useless, and her 3 ability you don't have to use. So we're going to simulate a bunch of enemies. I'm going to grab energy here. And we're basically just going to press number 4 to be in Hysteria. And then we're going to press number 2. And you guys are going to see how fast we're going to tear these these enemies up right here. Dead. Insane. Like, absolutely insane. I love that. I have to do that again. That was just it's so nasty. I love Valkyr. I know I tell people all the time, like, Valkyr is definitely one of the starter frames that you guys want to do, but This is the reason. I love that so much. I really do. I'm going to wait for the number 2 to run out, and we'll see how fast it works anyway. But just, you guys already saw, with the number 2 active, and it's out. Alright, so here we go. It's still nasty as heck. And that's level 40 enemies right there. Just gone. Turn them into garbage. So, there you go. That's the build you guys want for, like, getting through the star chart and everything. It'll be super helpful. I love this so much. And you guys can see the energy drain per second. It's not bad. Like, it's still going this whole time. It's, you know, we've, like, still had energy. So, while you're killing enemies, a lot of times, if you're quick about it, they'll be dropping energy, and your goal is just to keep running and picking up energy while you're killing them. To kind of keep yourself in hysteria as long as you possibly can. But yeah, basically, that's Valkyr, number 4 spot. The number 3 frame we're going to take a look at is Ember, and specifically combined with the Atomos. But let's go and take a look at what we got on Ember. So this is a Zero Forma Ember build. This is what you guys want to get yourselves together. Just has a reactant on it for that extra capacity. But this is what you guys are looking to do, and definitely grab the Firequake mod. This is huge. Even if you want to use Ember in endgame, this is a good one. Firequake is a good one to have. And then we're going to go to Atomos, and we're going to go to Upgrade. And all you guys need to know about this is another Zero Forma build that was put together. Specifically, though, you're better off having Target Cractor and Pistol Gambit maxed out. I didn't do that because I already have these maxed out, and long story short, you guys just would be probably better off maxing out Target Cracker, Pistol Gambit, and then having a rank 5 Hornet Strike, maybe rank 6, wherever you could fit it, with however much capacity you'd have left. It's just, I don't want to form this and show you guys, I'd rather show you guys the Zero Forma build, so just know, this is the layout you guys want to have. This is the builds, but just, you don't have to have this fully maxed, but because I do, and I don't have these maxed, it's fine. It's gonna work just the same anyway. So anyway, let's get into this. Let's get some energy right here. We're gonna spawn some enemies, and all you guys need to know with Ember and the combo that we're using right now is her 1 and 3 are useless. But we're gonna use her number 4. And as you guys can see, I have different level enemies here. So we're using a number 4, and then I'm going to use a number 2, which is going to increase the damage that I'm going to do on these enemies. You guys are going to see the Atomos kind of chains hits together, and is doing all this extra damage. And you guys see the low-level enemies, they die really fast, and even these high-level enemies, they ain't nothing. Like, they got nothing going on. So you guys can kind of see how, like, easy that is to use Ember. But that's what you want to do. Really just have her 4 going for the crowd control, and then you want to use her 2nd for the extra damage boost, and then bam, 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 you just kill enemies like crazy. So our number 2 frame, as you guys can see, in combo setup and all that, is going to be Frost with a Tsar, and I'm going to screenshots up here. You guys can see the Frost build, and then in a second I'll put up the Tsar build. But ideally what you guys want to know with Frost is that for the builds that we just gave you, this will get you through the star chart, like, no problem. It'll help you guys out and everything, and his 1st and 2nd ability here are kind of useless. You don't really need to be using the 1st and 2nd one, but what you do want to get into the habit of for just about everything is, like, his Snow Globe, which is going to be his 3rd ability right here. And we have the Chilling Globe augment on, which means when an enemy touches this snow globe, it's going to basically get frozen in the snow globe. So as soon as we see an enemy touch it, or maybe it's at random? This one's standing in my snow globe and not frozen. Oh, there he is. They're getting frozen. Okay. And then we're going to combine with the Zaw, and we're unstoppable. Another thing you guys want to know is that while you're in the same position right here, your snow globes will stack. And ideally, you'll throw 3 or 4 of them down. And I did that a little too quickly, but what you guys do want to know is that with the snow globe, as soon as you use it, you got about 3 seconds of invincibility, and then you could use it again. And then you could wait another 3 seconds of invincibility, and then you can use it again. It's not important. Whether you do it like that or whether you spam it 3 times, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make that big of a deal. But all you need to know is that the health of the snow globe absolutely does stack with you guys using it. As long as you're in the same exact position. If I go run somewhere else and use it somewhere else, it's not going to stack on the first snow globe that I put down. So you're only going to increase its health in the same position. So the other thing that you guys want to know is Frost's 4th ability is cool. If you guys find yourselves in a position where you're like, oh my god, I'm getting overrun, and there's nothing I can do. Well, yes there is. You can use his 4th ability and literally freeze and wipe everything that's around you. Given that, you know, it's strong enough and the enemies are of low enough level, which right now we're at level 21, so this is kind of like medium level stuff we're showing here. But nonetheless, his fourth ability is definitely one of my favorites. I like it a lot. Just freezes and destroys everything within range, so that's pretty cool. So the number one thing that you guys want to do, which is pretty kick butt, is using a Rhino. Like, this is actually the best thing for new players. Like, in all way, however you look at it, this is the best for you guys. So we've got, this is a no forma build on Rhino. He does have a reactor on. But no formas, this is what you guys are looking for. And Ironclad Charge and Iron Shrapnel, these are syndicate mods. You guys will get these from certain syndicates and stuff. But definitely grab these as soon as you can. And basically, this is the build that you guys are looking for here. And then we have the Heck over here, which also has no forma. The Rhino and Heck combo is just fan-effing-tastic, especially for you newer guys. Yeah, you'll get to a point later on in the game where, you know, you probably want to be playing around with other weapons and stuff, but this will get you through the star chart, no problems. But we're going to go take a look at his abilities right now, and I want you guys to notice how his ferrite armor says 2800, right? So keep that number in mind, 2800. What we're going to do over here is, this is what these augment mods are good for. So first thing we're going to do is use our number 1 on these enemies, and then we're going to use our number 2. So our first ability, ready? There, and then immediately use your second ability. And let's go to abilities, and you guys can see, look at that, ferrite armor, 7,900 from 28. Now, depending on how many enemies you hit is how this is going to be affected, so you potentially could get it higher than that. But nonetheless, you are now ridiculously strong in this game right now. So now that you have the Heck, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go shoot this guy in the face. You guys see that? Half his health gone. Shoot him in the face again. He's got no health, but he's still alive, right? So we'll shoot him again. Then the next thing that we want to do is we actually want to... I want to use his third ability now to show you guys how extra awesome he is. So let's say you got a level 60 enemy, right? And he's giving you crap. And you're all like, I want my lunch money. He's like, I ain't giving you your lunch money. It's my lunch, it's my lunch, or whatever. And you're all like, damn it, man, just... give me, I need to eat. And he's like, I don't care, you can starve to death. Well, you can pull out your third ability on him like this, and it'd be like, this is last chance, mother effer. I told you give me my lunch money, otherwise I'm gonna put this in your butthole and I'm gonna pull that trigger. He's all like, you wouldn't. And I'll be like, I don't got time for nonsense. You see that health? Way more than half. Plus, you can see it's procced because it's still like flashing and stuff. But basically, there you go. You use the third part of his ability. And these are level 60 enemies, but you guys will wind up seeing 40, 45s, 50s. Like, look at that. Just Gonzville. And they still got 10 seconds left on it. So, you guys aren't, honestly, really going to be seeing this much of a challenge. Anything you use this on as you guys are going through the star chart is going to be crazy, crazy better than the way that it just looked now. Just so you guys are aware. Oh, and another thing you guys can do with Rhino here, this is what also makes him extra cool. So... let's say I've got all this iron skin left on me, right? Well, we got two things you guys can do. If you find yourself in a scenario where there's just loads of enemies around, and you're like, oh my god, this fire, everybody get down! You're just taking shots and stuff, and you can't, you know, keep yourself safe. You just use his fourth ability, and that totally stuns them for the length of time, which looks like it's about 10 seconds. You guys will keep them all stunned. And while you're doing it, you can just went, oh, boop, and just walk around, pop them while they're in the air. No big deal, you know what I'm saying? No big deal. Everybody loves a little shot in the face. So you guys can just do that, and if you still have energy, you can use it again if you have to. But here's another cool thing too. With that mod, with one of the Haro mods, syndicate mods that you have on him, you could also do this with his third ability. Second, I'm sorry. His iron skin, you could now turn it off because of that ability. And when you do that, you wind up sending like a shock out to all the enemies. And they didn't lose that much health, but nonetheless, it's just another form of CC. So that really just, we ran through all of Rhino's abilities here, and what you guys could be using him for, and how powerful he is. And with the Heck combo, you guys are unstoppable for the star chart. He's just a great frame, and he definitely helped you guys get through this. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, leave a thumbs up and all that stuff. And be sure to enter in for the giveaways by starting your comments off with PC, PS4, or XB1. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. We also do giveaways over on Twitch. Absolutely love your faces. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.